Madam Speaker, thank you for permitting me to raise a question. The question particular relates to onshore plants, the seashore plants. With your permission, can I raise a question about onshore plants, which are not along the seacoast, and in particular, to illustrate, for example, Rajasthan atomic power plant. There are already 6 of them. A 7th is now going to be installed. And the reason why I request the Prime Minister to, I recognize the Prime Minister's commitment to nuclear power. And I'm sure he will also recognize, as indeed he does, his own concern about the lessons that Daiichi in Japan has showed us, because it's a combination of unforeseen events that brought that about. I'm sure he's fully aware that at the moment there are many kilometers of that Japanese shore which are completely uninhabitable. Therefore, I ask that in Rajasthan atomic power plants, 6 already being there at Rawatbhata, 7th coming up, and this is based on the Chambal at Rawatbhata. Chambal finally goes and meets the Jamuna. Heavens forbid, but if any of these plants were to go, the logic of nuclear plants is if one goes wrong, all must stop. The consequences, therefore, are phenomenal, not simply in terms of environment consequences, but Kota is barely 60 kilometers from there. Has the government considered these issues in detail, not in perfunctory manner or statements being issued that we are aware of all the problems and have taken suitable measures?
Thank you.
As far as the power plants in Rajasthan, Rawatbhata, which the Honorable Senior Member has mentioned, the nuclear, especially the NPCIL, has been reviewing the safety measures of the power plants, not only onshore and also offshore. And in fact, the 4 task force committees that have been constituted by the government covers onshore the power plants and also offshore power plants. And the measures suggested by them, apart from the existing safety measures which are available for the purpose of protection of the nuclear power plants due to even earthquake, and also the kind of the wave that is coming, the high wave that is coming, because in our country we have there is actually, according to the observation which has been made by our scientists, that we have high velocity winds that will also have some kind of impact. Therefore, considering all that, the siting and also the construction of the power plants, all the safety measures have been taken, and fortunately for the honorable senior members, the view I would like to say that in an ongoing process of safety measures, even as far as the Rajasthan is concerned, now two reactors are coming. I would like to say another thing: 7th and 8th, and this is 700 megawatt pressurized heavy water. The reactors which are being that is the technology being adopted, and I would like to submit that in our country, right from, because honorable the senior member also knows the Rajasthan plant is one of the earlier it was started after Tarapur plant, and the safety measures is an ongoing process, and because keeping in view of the plateau and also the location and the water source available, all these things were taken into consideration, and it is being updated. The safety measures are being updated by our department for the Nuclear Power Corporation of India for the purpose of safety of the plants.
Shri Saidul Haq. Honorable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Madam.
Please sit down for a minute.
Madam Speaker, I take very seriously the point that has been raised by Honorable Jaswant Singh Ji, both with regard to onshore plants and plants located inside the country. Safety requirements and safety concerns are paramount in the minds of the government and the Department of Atomic Energy. After the tragedy in Japan, I asked the Atomic Energy Establishment to look at the safety features of each and every plant, both by the NPCL, the BARC, and the Atomic Energy Regulatory Board. So you have my assurance that government is fully conscious of the fact that while we are committed to expand civil nuclear energy setup, we will not compromise in any way on nuclear safety. This is an ongoing process, and my instructions to the Department of Atomic Energy and the Nuclear Power Corporation is that they must ensure that our facilities are world class, that there cannot be any compromise with regard to safety requirements.